stampers and crafters, Happy New Year, and thanks for joining me today. As I film this, it is a brand new 2014 year. Yay! As you're watching it, it might be well beyond that, but as I'm filming it, it's a new year. And for that new year, I thought we'd do something for someone a little special. Valentine's Day is coming up. So I love candy bar projects. I just think they're so fun to give as gifts. You can put gift cards on the back or you can just give them plain because I love candy bars. This is just a regular Hershey bar. This is actually the yummy Symphony bars. I think this one comes with almonds. I also have another sample here done on the regular Hershey. And for our example today, we're going to be using, I have one of these left over from Christmas time. Oh my gosh, these are so yummy. And I'll try not to eat it since it's my last one. It's the candy cane bits and the white chocolate. Oh my gosh, if they come in your area next year at Christmas time, highly recommend. Since all candy bars are slightly different sizes, I won't be giving you the dimensions. I'm going to show you how to figure out your dimensions because your candy bars will probably be a different size. In fact, these two are actually different sizes. All right, on that note, let's get started. Okay, so I'm going to wrap the candy bar in both basic black cardstock first and then designer paper. And this is actually our mixed medley designer paper with the music notes that I love, and actually this newspaper print on the back side. I hate to use double-sided paper because I never know which side to use. I love them both, but we're going with music notes today. You want to measure the length of your candy bar. This one happens to be 6 inches. I'm going to cut my cardstock slightly smaller. It's an 8.5 sheet this way, and then I'll cut maybe 5 3/4 the opposite way. While I've got the paper cutter out, I'm going to go ahead and trim down our designer paper a 1/2 inch shorter, same 8.5 inch length, but we'll go 5.5 since our basic black was 5 3/4. So that way when they layer on the candy bar, you'll see the edge of the black. And now we're going to do the classic wrap. I'm going to start with the cardstock here in the back. And I'm going to take a bone folder and just draw a line right up against the edge of the candy bar. And then basically I'm going to take the candy bar and wrap this around. Each time we move the candy bar, we're going to draw a line into the cardstock for a good fold with our bone folder till we get to the back. Now this was slightly longer, so I'm going to cut a tiny little bit off the edge here so that lip doesn't hang over. You can also attach this to the candy bar. It does make it a little easier when you're making your score lines, but it makes it harder if you want to take the candy bar out after. If you don't attach, you can slide your candy bar out, eat it, put another one in, or just save the wrapper because it's so pretty. Now, real important here, we're using the Stampin' Up sticky strip. You don't want to use snail or regular tape adhesive because it's not strong enough to hold it. This is strong like wool. So I'm just putting this on the top layer of the panel. Peel off your red protective backing and attach. And we're going to repeat the same exact thing with the mixed medley designer paper. I'm going to attach just a little bit of snail on the top of this layer because it's attaching to the black and not right to the candy bar, just to hold it in place. And then same thing with the bone folder. Again, sticky strip on that edge, and she's wrapped. Ready to go. So next I've got some cherry cobbler seam binding ribbon. I suppose if I thought ahead, since I'm using a different color candy bar that happens to have red on the edges, I might have gone with a real red. But that's okay. You get the idea. I'm just tying that in a knot, and for an added effect I took a second little piece, slid it underneath, and tied that in a knot as well. So we have 2 pieces here, and we will trim these down later and make them look beautiful. Next I took some gold foil and our tiny little heart punch from Stampin' Up. Punched 3 of these pretty little gold foil hearts. They almost look like metal, and I'm just attaching them on the edge here with some snail adhesive. Or mini glue dots will work. Okay, now for our something a little special. I'm taking this tag from the Chalk Talk stamp set, making that in Stampin' Up's basic black, and stamping that on some very vanilla cardstock. Next we'll be using the Sizzix Big Shot, and my favorite new toy, the magnetic platform. If you don't have one of these, you can use the multi-purpose platform on tab 1 that comes with the Big Shot machine. And you need to add this to your wish list because it's awesome. All of these supplies that I'm using today, other than the candy bar, are available in my online store, and you can get all of the information on this project simply by clicking on the link in the description below. Or if you're on YouTube, you can actually click right on this video and it'll bring you directly to this project's page with all of the details. I like to call that my easy button. All right, bringing on the cutting pad. Then we'll take our stamped image. Now, here is the beautiful thing. One of the many hundreds of reasons why I love Stampin' Up. They made these framelits to coordinate with this stamp set. So each one fits all of the images. So you don't have to hand cut anything. It's so wonderful. I'm taking the big tag and there's the magnet. Did you hear the magnet? Boop. just sucks it right down there. It's so fun to play with. Line that up, cutting pad on top, and crank it through the Big Shot. And when you're done, you have this perfectly cut tag, which you could never hand do in that little area there, right? I totally know somebody out there just said you could never hand cut that and took that challenge and said, I can hand cut that. You, whoever wants to take that challenge and hand cut it, kudos to you. But I love the framelits. Oh, they make life so easy and so beautiful. I am taking some of Stampin' Up's dimensional pop dots for the back of this tag because we're not actually going to tie it onto the candy bar. It's actually an illusion. And I'm just picking up our ends here and just kind of popping them through that little tag because it's open at the top there. I'm just angling that on there. And now I'll trim down our ribbon pieces. And on my sample, I even took some of our Stampin' Up! Pearl jewels and stuck a couple on there. You could use the rhinestones too for a little bling bling. And here's another stepped up. I took some of these sequins that are coming out in our Occasions catalog and wrap that around with the ribbon. And that really bedazzles it. However you dress it up, it is an awesome, awesome little gift for Valentine's Day, for birthday. This could really kind of fit in for a lot of different occasions. Be sure to visit my blog for hundreds more videos, tutorials, daily inspiration, specials that are going on right now with Stampin' Up! Don't want to miss them. Thanks for joining me today.